Okay, Payne. So fixtures for 2018 League One season are out this morning. Thunder are going to open up with West Wales Raiders away and then Keighley Cougars at home. What are your thoughts on the start you've been dealt?
Yeah, I think West Wales are obviously a bit of an unknown prospect. I think obviously they're sort of reincarnated from South Wales. Every time we've had to go to South Wales in the past, we've had an incredibly tough game. They're real passionate down there. They really enjoy the rugby league. So we're expecting a tough game, and obviously we're expecting West Wales to be no different. On top of the game and the team you've got to face, you've also got the outside factors like the travel, that long bus journey that takes a lot out of the players, the overnight stop, things like that. So it's never an easy place to go. So we're expecting a tough game there. And then obviously, like you mentioned, we've got Keighley at home to kick off our home campaign. We know just how tough Keighley is, and obviously one of our players, Bernard Castle, gone there this year. He'll certainly give them something in the halves. So yeah, we're expecting a really tough game. We've just got the better of them last year, but we'll be under no illusions that it's going to be a much tougher game this time round. We would have improved, they would have improved. And I think from a personal point of view and our point of view, we just want to make this place, Kingston Park, a bit of a fortress. We want to make it a hard place for teams to come and get the win.
Magic Weekend's back in the city next year, so I guess it was inevitable that one of the first things you'd look for is to see who you've got. It's the former Super League champions Bradford Bulls who dropped down into League One for 2018. How exciting is it having a team with that sort of heritage playing in the competition?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's going to be a great event, not just for the players, but also for the North East and the region. As you mentioned, Bradford Bulls is a household name. They've won multiple grand finals, they've won multiple Super League Leaders Shields. So I think it's going to be a great occasion on that night just to kick off the Magic Weekend. Hopefully we'll have a few thousand people down here. I'm sure Bradford will bring a large following who will end up staying up here and following the Magic Weekend. So yeah, we'll have a big crowd, a great atmosphere, and I'm just really looking forward to it. It'll be a good way to challenge ourselves against a team what's dropping down, what will probably be the favourites to go straight back up. So a great opportunity and a great challenge for us, and one that we're confident that we'll be competitive in.
What's your thoughts on the competitive order for next year? As you say, you've got Oldham and Bradford dropping down, but they're not quite the same prospect that Toronto Wolfpack were last year with sort of the funding and the full-time nature that they were about. So do you think it's a more open league for 2018? Yeah,
I think it's going to be massively competitive. As you mentioned, Oldham and Bradford probably will be favourites to go straight back up because they've got their increased funding that you get from playing Championship the year before. But on top of that, there's probably 8 teams who are all expecting to do really, really good things this year in League One. And I genuinely believe that it's the most competitive league. We have our Super League, Championship, and obviously League One. I believe that League One is by far the most competitive league, just because of the amount of teams in it who all should be in that top 5 come the end of the season. So for them reasons, I think it's going to be massively competitive. It's going to come down to the team that prepares the best through pre-season, gets that little bit of luck in season, but also is the most consistent throughout the season.
And I know it's early days, so we've only had a couple of training sessions now, but what are your hopes for the Thunder side that you've assembled in 2018?
Yeah, optimistic. We've got quite a young side. We've got splatterings of experience in there. But yeah, I'm just really excited. I think that the players what we've assembled are all good people. We put a big emphasis on that and getting the right people involved at the club. From day one during our recruitment, we've done that. Every single person who's here is a good person first and foremost. And then, thankfully we've got some really good rugby league players as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. The boys have already bought into what we're trying to do. They've already bought into the increased professionalism at the place, and I believe that we're building something pretty special. But at the end of the day, we can only put them building blocks in place. It's up to the players to buy into the culture what we've set. And yeah, we've only had a couple of sessions, but so far they're buying into that. I think if we can continue that and keep buying into what we're trying to achieve, and just play with the passion that we always have done at this club, I think we'll be in a pretty good place back come the end of the season.